This was Love Island of ancient times, and reputations weren't the only thing that were damaged. This actually set back human knowledge hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. I mean, imagine getting caught up in so much drama and not being able to keep your war in your pants and burning down one of the greatest libraries in history. In 48 BC, Julius Caesar got all wrapped up with Cleopatra's royal drama and may or may not have accidentally burned down the Library of Alexandria. This takes the saying, hell had no fury like a woman scorned, to a whole new level. Now in 48 BC, Caesar was in a big fight, civil war with Pompey, and he fled to Egypt to get away from Caesar and his forces. And Cleopatra at the time was in a big, messy throne dispute with her brother. Caesar spent his life defending his manhood and his height. Let's just say he was kind of like the Kevin Hart of Roman time. Now, Caesar sided with Cleopatra, not only politically, but also personally. Think about sliding into her DMs, ancient world style. Caesar had a little bit more on his mind than just conquest. And old Cleopatra, she must have been a pretty foxy lady back in the day to have the known ruler of the world's head all twisted up and making big mistakes like he did that day in the harbor. Now let's talk about the real Caesar, the real man. Caesar, we could say, wasn't the tallest man, and maybe a little short guy syndrome he may have dealt with throughout his years. Caesar was married 3 times, and he climbed himself into power by marrying the daughter of the most powerful man in Rome at that time. Caesar was alive today, he wouldn't be a ruler. He'd actually probably be playing the shortest Lannister in Game of Thrones. And I got a big feeling he needed a stool just to climb into that throne. Let's not forget Cleopatra, you know, the OG of messy relationships herself. Cleopatra was married 3 times. First to her 12-year-old brother, which kind of takes family values to a whole nother level. But in ancient times, it was much more common to keep your bloodlines together than you may think. I guess marrying your 12-year-old brother is something that kind of turned Caesar on. His side piece, wife's baby mama drama. Hey, and you thought Kim Kardashian had a crazy baby daddy. Oh no, Caesar takes the cake. And she had not only children with Caesar, but also a Roman general named Mark Antony. I want to talk about Trailer Park Boys. Cleopatra's royal booty set off a firestorm of relationships, children's, and a lot of death followed her. Maybe even Caesar's death. In the end, her and Mark Antony ended up having to take their own lives. But let's get back to that Library of Alexandria. Caesar was in the middle of a war, and he was in Alexandria outnumbered, and he ordered his men to set fire to his ships in the harbor, which may have accidentally spread into the whole city of Alexandria, not only burning the Library of Alexandria, but warehouses, houses, and more. We just may call that a oopsie. All of this because instead of Caesar being able to send a text, clearly Caesar thought that the way to impress a lady was setting fire to half a city. I don't know if it worked too well. Ancient historians of the time claimed that over 40,000 scrolls of ancient knowledge went up in smoke. Some disagree, but what we do know is that the ancient knowledge that was in the Library of Alexandria can never be replaced. And all of this over a little bit of love triangle gone wrong. Was it strategy, or was it Caesar's head so twisted with Cleopatra's royal booty that he didn't realize that half the city of Alexandria was going up in flames? Or maybe he did. Maybe he was so angry that his buddy Mark Anthony behind his back was popping out kids with a side piece. And that's the story of how the world's smartest library in history kind of got burned over a messy love triangle, divorce, bunch of kids, marrying your brother, kind of nonsense that used to happen back at ancient times. Do you think that Caesar's advisors after all sat around and were like, hey boss, maybe next time we should just send some roses and flowers because we burned half the city down? Tune in next time to the story about a monkey that got tried and hung, all because they thought he was a spy. It's a true story.